A 17-year-old is alive today because of a judgment call made by a Duncanville police officer who thought the teenager had a gun. He did have a gun, but it was a BB gun, and the officer didn't know it. This all happened Saturday, and as Fox 4's Sean Rabb reports, what would have been a horrible tragedy like others seen across the country was avoided by a split-second judgment call.
911 location of the emergency.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here at this on 67 at this 7-Eleven, and this three young boys. The one got on a blaze hoodie.
Call came out. Then I started headed north on Copper Hill.
16-year Duncanville officer Ben Luna first to respond. The call continued.
Ma'am, listen to me. They just walked across the street. This young boy is walking around with a big old gun showing it.
And the caller was still looking at him. This is where I made contact with the three male subjects.
As he drives up, look at the kid in the gray right of your screen.
Looks back, sees the officer. What was that move at his waistband? But that's what in law enforcement we call a furtive gesture, and it's highly concerning, particularly given the comments on this call.
Luna exits his squad car yelling commands.
Hey, get your hands up now! Get your hands up now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! No, I don't care! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Don't get on the ground now!
The trio not obeying commands, and Luna says he's thinking
they're fixing to either pull the gun out or they don't really care what I'm saying.
He says it's a fake gun, but Luna's wondering.
He's just trying to distract me looking at him, and these two could pull out a weapon. I'm not for sure.
Your heart's pumping now.
Yes, it is.
Hurd says as the teen approaches, though hands are up, the officer's at a disadvantage because action always beats reaction.
Even though the officer has his gun drawn, he's on target. If this man chooses from this position to draw and fire, he can draw and fire before the officer can see that, perceive that, and stroke the trigger.
Finally, the kid in the gray follows instructions and goes to the ground. The picture at the top is what police found on the kid, a BB gun.
It's a replica of a Beretta 92F. This is a picture of a real Beretta 92F. In the flash of an eye, could you tell the difference between those two?
No way.
For Officer Ben Luna, it was a closer than close decision.
This could have been bad for this young kid. I'm so happy that I didn't have to pull the trigger.
Steve, Duncanville police say what was avoided. Here's the kind of tragedy that took place in Cleveland, Ohio, when Tamir Rice, you recall, was shot by a police officer with a BB gun. The officer answering a 911 call.
All right, I want to go back to the video. I think people want to see that again. Two things that strike me. First, I was watching the guy in the gray hoodie the whole time, but if you look while he's finally going down, the guy in the red is turning, and there's so much stuff going on.
Their hands aren't up.
He's turned away, grabbing something in his pocket. You said it ended up being an iPod. But tell me, what is going on? Can we spread the word? If an officer has his gun out, pointed at you, yelling at you, you are a second away from getting shot.
Absolutely.
Do what he says.
Now, and that's the point that Duncanville police want to make here, a teaching moment for everybody. As you see here, at the end of the day, Duncanville police called the parents of these kids. Their parents and some other guardians came out. They weren't happy with the kids. They were grateful to police, and so I'm sure they got a lesson from mama and dad and aunt and uncle. But the point is, you got an officer with a gun pointed at you, yelling commands, and you're not obeying. And then the kid in the red,
walking toward him is not diminishing the threat; it's increasing it. And then
look at the kid in the red, and the kid. They don't have their hands up. He turns sideways. He's in his pocket.
Yeah.
It turns out to be an iPod in his pocket, but you know the officer doesn't know, is he reaching for a gun or what? So it was the experience and the restraint of Ben Luna in that moment that saved a great tragedy in our city.
Good work.
Okay.
Good rep, thank you.
All right.